Good afternoon, everybody. This is Nate Hucks coming to you from Freedom Pharmacy and Pickerington Pharmacy. This is our Lunch and Learn that we do every Wednesday, and this is episode 8 of 9 of our 9-part series. And today's topic, we are going to discuss discount cards for pharmacy that you use at the pharmacy. So you probably have seen advertisements on TV from GoodRx and some maybe other discount cards that are out there. And, you're probably intrigued about these because you're probably thinking, wow, these are free and somehow I am getting huge amounts of money off my prescriptions. This is great, but I want to talk to you today about what these discount cards are really about, and that is keeping prices high, believe it or not. So when you go to buy a car, right, you almost always know you're not going to pay the list price for the car. Whatever the car says, there's going to be some negotiation, and they're going to go in the back and talk to their manager and do, it's really nonsense. It kind of drives me crazy personally when I'm trying to buy a car. So what I try to do is I just try to find the best price posted online and go buy the car, right? No haggling. There's nothing beyond just what the price is what the price is. And that's what Freedom Pharmacy is all about, okay? But let's talk today first a little bit about what these discount cards are all about, okay? Showing you savings of $80 on a prescription, or showing you savings of $100 on a prescription. Wow, this is great. So I'd like to start by looking at a chart that I built on a hypothetical example of how a discount card works. So I'm going to have you, Jessica, if you want to come and zoom in on our chart here. This is the spend on a discount card, okay? So the first thing we need to look at is the actual drug cost. And the actual drug cost is $2. Now that might sound crazy, but that's actually not atypical. A lot of drugs are relatively inexpensive, and we've talked about that before. And we feel like the consumer should benefit from this, not any middlemen, so to speak. So the drug cost is $2. The pharmacy list price, in other words, what the pharmacy has as their usual and customary price, is $55. And you're thinking, holy smokes, that pharmacy list price is a $53 markup. This is not uncommon in pharmacies. That happens all the time. The pharmacy discount, or the pharmacy card discount, is $40. Oh my goodness. They were able to save me an incredible amount of money. In this case, $35, right? Or actually $40 they saved me. So I only end up paying $15. You might think that that's a great deal. So the final cost of the drug for the patient in this scenario is $15. So you might be thinking, wow, that's great. I started off at $55. I dug around and found this card, and I took it to the pharmacy, and I leave paying $15. Man, I got a great deal, didn't I? All right, so the next thing we got to consider is pharmacy services. So, Freedom Pharmacy's model is based on services. We simply pass the price of the drug on to people and then charge for a service fee, and that's your final price. So what's the pharmacy get paid for services? They get paid $0. So we're only talking about the drug cost here. And that's really all that the consumer really cares about. I understand that. But the pharmacy's not making any money for doing any services whatsoever. So the patient then ends up paying the pharmacy $15. Okay, so we've gone from 55 to 15, and you think you're getting a great deal. But what happens after you pay that $15 to your big chain pharmacy? Well, 7 of the $15, and this number is actually probably pretty low. It might be a lot higher than this from what I've read, but we'll just use a conservative scenario where $7 is getting kicked back to not the discount card company, but actually to the PBM that runs the discount card company. So what happens with these discount card companies is they're owned by pharmacy benefits managers, and we've talked about these people before. You've heard of some of them: CVS Caremark, Express Scripts, Optum, Humana. Those are all pharmacy benefits managers. So they basically contract with these discount cards, and that $7 actually goes into one of their pockets, believe it or not. And then they pay the discount card company a fee out of this $7 fee. So let's say they just split it evenly, $3.50 each. So $3.50 goes to a PBM, $3.50 goes to the people that are running the discount, and $8 ends up going to the pharmacy. Okay? So maybe a good deal for the patient, maybe, but a terrible deal for the pharmacy in the end. But let's look at what the same exact scenario at Freedom Pharmacy, which is our self-pay pharmacy, where we've cut this nonsense out, right? There is none of this. So the price of the drug is $2, actual cost. The pharmacy list price, so in other words, what we're saying the cost of the drug is $2. We're just being honest. We're just being truthful. The discount card is eliminated. We don't have to, there's no nonsense going on over here. So the final cost of the drug to the patient's $2. Plus, remember, they paid $0 on pharmacy services. We are collecting a $12 pharmacy services fee. And that's about what we think is a reasonable number for the services we provide. And remember, we provide a ton of services. We went through those last week, but we screen every single prescription for drug interactions. We screen every single prescription for dosing, the proper dosing. We screen every single prescription that we get for all the things you can think of that could be wrong with that prescription, right? We're your last best hope in making sure you're safe and the drug's being effective. So this is what we get paid for here. So your final cost here is $14, okay? Remember, your final cost with the wonderful discount card was $15. Your final cost here at Freedom Pharmacy is $14. And the pharmacy takes all the profit from the difference in the... Sorry about that, everybody. So the pharmacy doesn't have to pay anyone any sort of fee just for the pleasure of giving a huge discount off of the list price. We just give the real list price, and that's what people pay. Plus we add a pharmacy services fee. And this is the way we believe pharmacy should be done. So let's talk about why a large chain pharmacy would even want to participate in something like this. It's because they want this to stay high. They don't really want people to know or understand the true cost of drugs. They don't want to really talk about pharmacy services. What they want to do is bill this giant number to an insurance company and hope that some insurance company, and this does happen sometimes, will actually pay that $55. And then they've made a huge profit. But what they can't do is they can't just charge somebody whatever they want. They have to have a usual and customary price set, or else the insurance company will kick them out of the contract. So there's contracts involved here with the large chain pharmacies. And if they actually discount it themselves without using one of these PBM run cards, they could get kicked out of the network. Okay. So that's why the large chain competitors that we have want this to continue. They want this madness to continue because they want that big payoff if they can get it from your insurance company. So Freedom Pharmacy eliminates all that stuff. We streamline the process. This is between you and us, okay? This is between you and us. This, we have to get a whole bunch of other people involved that really don't do anything for your health care. They're not really looking out for you. They're in it to make money, all right? So I wanted to show you guys a couple of quick examples of real life situations that we have at Freedom Pharmacy in relation to one of the major discount card providers. Okay, so I have here my price for atorvastatin atorvastatin calcium 40 milligram, quantity of 90, day supply of 90. The cost that you would pay at our pharmacy is $16.90. The drug cost for us is $4.58, and we make about $12 off of that particular prescription. All right, so that's fair all around. We can cover our costs and we can make a slight profit, and we can still feel good about the price we're charging our consumer. So let's go in here and look at what one of these discount card companies has listed as the prices in our local area for the same drug, same exact drug, same quantity. And you can see here I have this listed lowest price first, all the way to the most expensive price. And you can see we are highly competitive with everything listed here. And guess what? You don't have to click this and print this thing out on your computer and bring it into a pharmacy, and it won't even work anyway. So, oh, there it finally popped up. Oh, and look, there's of course some red tape involved here. So this isn't necessarily definitely the price you're going to pay. There's some situations where you may actually pay a little bit more, but don't look at the man behind the curtain, okay? So anyway, let's go to a different example. Atorvastatin is a very popular drug. Let us take a look at Montelukast, which is generic Singulair. And that is a very common drug, especially this time of year with allergy season coming up. A 90-day supply for a 90 count for a 90-day supply. You typically take one a day. And our price is $15.35. Again, we are not shy about saying the drug cost us $3.08, and our profit is $12.27. And what you're paying is $15.35. So just fully transparent. We just give you the best price we can up front. So let's flip this one to Montelukast and a 90-day supply. And again, let's list this lowest price first. And you will see $15.35. Even the lowest price available in our area with this discount card is $16.68. And it goes all the way up to $143. And everybody look at this column right here. Retail price, $130. Retail price, $153. Retail price, $145. That's all nonsense. You know, you would never expect a patient to pay that. But again, this is what the big chain pharmacies want. They want a high retail price. This is what the PBMs want. They want a high retail price so they can show you all the value, right? But it's all nonsense. It's like jacking the price of a car up an extra $40,000, knowing you're going to sell it for $20,000. I mean, that's just, we're eliminating all that. We're bringing you the savings directly because that's the right thing to do. And we're not going to get extremely rich off of it, but we're going to make a living and we're going to take care of you. And by the way, because that's the way we do make our money is by our pharmacy services. That's where we invest our resources and our time, is our services, right? Most of these companies are investing their time and resources into running this scheme, right? They're worried about, okay, let's get our price up to $130 so we can give an $85 discount, and then we can make it look like we're giving everybody a great deal. That's what they're focused on. We're not focused on any of that. At Freedom Pharmacy, our focus is on you, the patient. And let's talk about the 3 ways that these discount cards make their money. Number 1, they make their money from the pharmacies. As we discussed, that's an administrative fee that the pharmacy has to pay. That's why we don't accept any discount cards at Pickerington Pharmacy or at Freedom Pharmacy, okay? Number 2, they make their money through advertising, right? So if you go to their website, they have lots of sponsors, and the people that are listed there pay fees to be listed there, so they make money off of that. And then number 3, and probably the most concerning, is these are data mining companies, and they are storing your data and using your data to sell to marketing people. So in other words, if you go to get an estrogen prescription and it's processed through one of these cards, you should be expecting a few women's health emails in your inbox over the next few days. That doesn't happen by accident. It's because your data is being sold to companies that will then market to you. It's just like the Facebook and Google thing, where if you're looking at certain content, similar content keeps popping up and they try to steer you into, whatever they're trying to do. But anyway, we're eliminating all that. We're taking everything directly to the consumer. You are in charge of your health care. And together, working with your physician, we will help you have the best pharmaceutical outcomes without all of the noise and all of the nonsense that comes along with this fake discount thing. So I hope you learned something today about discount cards. Next week's topic, and that will be number 9 in our series of 9, is going to be about the PBMs. So tune in next week. Appreciate you guys tuning in every week to watch these Lunch and Learns. Again, next week is our last scheduled one, so make sure you tune in next week, and hope to see you soon at Pickerington or Freedom Pharmacy. Have a great day, everybody.